Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of Shadowrun Returns, Let's Play by Sandrock Custom. Some bad news on this one. The video was lost. There's just no other way to say it. Basically, the video capture program that I use, for whatever reason, it glitched out and it showed the mouse movement, but it had frozen on the image of my character sheet. So the game was loaded and displaying, but it was showing an old image. It's very weird. I don't really understand why it happened or how it happened. Thankfully, I have figured out how to get to capture correctly from now on, so future episodes won't have that issue. I'm also going to be keeping 2 saves so that I can prevent this from happening again, because I just had the 1 save, so I was not able to go back and re-record the episode, unfortunately. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to play the episode for you. The audio is still intact, and nothing major happens, I think. But there's no video to show. I will go back and show some of the locations. The locations are pretty common. You will get to see them in future episodes, and I'll try to point them out and what they are and how they were relevant to this episode. But all I have for you is audio, so I apologize for that. These things happen. I am learning from it, and I will do better for future episodes. So without further ado, here's the audio. If you don't want to listen to this episode, and that's just not your thing, I will sum up what happened at the beginning of next episode. You won't hurt my feelings if you skip it. I totally understand. But for those of you that decide to stick around, hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, we just defeated the gang that our friend told us about, said they were causing trouble here, which means we get a payday, which is excellent news. So, let's see if we need to go and talk to him, or what we need to do. Let's check our objectives. So, it wants us to visit the murder site. Yes. So, we're supposed to go and visit the site where Sam was murdered, so that we can advance the story. So, we've made this guy happy, and now we're going to go, and we are going to just proceed. See what we need to do to get paid by Sam, that 100,000 nuyen. Looks like we're going to be over here. Oh, and there's already some police involved. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red lights ahead. Whoa, hold up a minute. Lone Star isn't above collecting on a corp-issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. He sighs. Oh, we got paid. That's good. Sorry, friend. I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for the help with those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take nuyen where I'm going, and you look like you could use the funds. Interesting. You know, he's pretty useful. So I think I'm going to say, likewise, Jake, give me a call when you're in the clear. Yeah, sure. He starts to leave, then tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop into the seamstress's union. It's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink, that's the place to be. Best dive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operation for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this ripper business. Well, nice knowing ya. Jake turns and disappears into shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. So we are alone, all by our lonesome again. That's okay. We don't need anybody. We'll get our own party, with blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget the party. Hi, William. The bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline and dark red stains marking the slab of pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance to the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who's currently pestering him. I keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm going to die in the cold tonight. The officer sighs. And I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation, and I can't let anyone in here. Hey, I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage. I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket, or I'll find a reason to use my stun baton. Typical. I hate all you pigs. Well, that wasn't very nice. He looks in your direction. Now what? So we've got some options here. We can just take kind of the straight route, say that the coroner sent us. We can lie, or we could bribe him. Interesting. We can also, if we get a certain item, we can give him coffee and donuts. How cliche. If we had the security etiquette, we could try to do some stuff. I think I'm going to say nothing, just passing by for the moment. And we can come back to him in a minute. But I want to talk to William. The streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. This man is clearly a survivor, though one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. I saw you over there and with that rat bastard cop. What do you want? Know anything about the murder that took place here? He squints at you, suspicious. You a copper? Or working for some corpse? Nope, I'm as sinless as you. Mind answering a few questions? Hey, what makes you think I'm sinless? Just messing with you. Of course I'm sinless. System ID number my ass. What kind of questions you got? Did you see the murder? Nope. And I can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates for Mrs. James up at the market. Can't carry as many as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. By then, that jerk-face in the uniform had already set up shop in my alley. So, sounds like you live in this alley. Sure. For the last couple of months, I've been sleeping there. But I spend my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchants or panhandling tourists over near the Seamstresses Union. What else did you see that night? Well, earlier in the night I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital scrubs snooping around the block. He bought some donuts and two cups of soy calf off of Dan over there. Seemed nervous, and he did everything with his left hand because his right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Can you tell me more about the troll's cyberware? Well, it was big, and I think it must have had some hospital attachments, because I saw some needles. It was a lot like the one I saw back in 44, when I got captured by elves. They did all sorts of experiments on me, let me tell you. Never trusted one of them cyber people. That's all I needed to know. Thanks. See you around. So there was some kind of troll with cyberware around. Interesting. So I'm going to see how much it costs to buy coffee and donuts for this guy. Maybe we can get a little cheaper than spending 100 creds. But if not, not a big deal. Damn the donut man. Oh, the click detection on this just bothers me. There we go. The smell of fried food, powdered sugar, and slightly burned soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty sewage stench of Redmond Street. The troll working the stand is covered in food, stains older than he is. What can I get you, chummer? Look at this. So for 10 nuyen, we can get a jelly donut and soy calf, and supposedly get that cop to leave. Real quick, let's ask. You sell some donuts to a troll wearing scrubs last night? Maybe. What's it to you? I sell a lot of donuts to a lot of people. I know how Lone Star profiles metahumans. I tell them about a troll that bought donuts from me right before a murder. They'll haul him in just to see if anyone will pay the bail. Not today, my friend. Alright. Did you see the murder in the alley across the way? Nope. I was closed when it happened. But hey, it's the Barons. A back alley killing's nothing new around here. The only reason the cops are making a big deal about this Ripper business is that some of the victims are real people. You know, folks with sins. What can you tell me about the Barons? The Barons? Hell, if you have to ask, you probably shouldn't be out here. This stretch we're on is called Touristville, though, and I suppose it's the closest thing around here to respectable. Fewer muggings, and you might even survive the drinking water if you're lucky. Wouldn't recommend it, though. He scratches his armpit. Alright, well, I'll take a jelly donut and a soy calf. Enjoy. See you around. So we've got some other people we can talk to. Who's this guy? Bobby. Hello, Bobby. You look jolly. Hey, chummer! Got some tasty morsels for you. Just whatever your well-dressed Shadowrunner should have in her back pocket. Well, let me see what you have. So we've got Kamikaze, Combat stim that increases body, strength, and willpower for 5 rounds. Okay. Steroids. We got nitro, strength and willpower +2, and charisma and intelligence -2. I think I will take... the kamikaze might be okay. We'll take a kamikaze. 50 nuyen. Not bad. Okay. Looks good. It is worth noting that you only have 5 slots for items, so you kind of got to be careful. This is the Seamsters Union. We will be going there before too long. Sally. Let's go talk to Sally. The dwarf merchant is packing up her stand for the night. I'm closed. Come back tomorrow. You got a great view of the alley across the street. Don't suppose you saw the murder that happened here? She grunts. Sure. I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the Union. A couple seconds later, this guy comes out, runs across the street. Didn't get a good look at him. Then all the lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Things got pretty quiet after that. And let me guess, you didn't go running over to see if that guy was okay. Hell no. Around here, that kind of thing gets you killed. You're not much help. It's not my problem. Well, I can't really argue with that. So, let's go and talk to Officer Jelly Donut. Give him some coffee. Bribe him. Commit a felony. So that we can look at this chalk and blood. You again? What? Here. Have some food. Hey, thanks. The officer's face lights up as he takes a sip. He seems pretty trusting for an officer of the law. You know, when my dad was a cop, this was back when cops actually worked for the government, he said folks would buy him coffee all the time, but I ain't seen it till now. So what can I do for you? So we can lie or we can be honest. I think we're going to lie. My pleasure. I'm here from Internal Affairs to review the forensic guys' work, to find anything they might have missed. Sure, dig in. I certainly wouldn't mind those guys getting taken down a peg or two. Man, do they put up on airs, if you know what I mean. Awesome. Okay, so we've got some clues to investigate. This looks like the coat and blanket that the old man was trying to get back. So let's examine it. As you shuffle the bundle of cloth to the side, a printed receipt falls out from behind the folds of the blanket. It's a bar tab receipt from the Seamsters Union, dated 2 days ago at 3:02 a.m. Right around the coroner's reported time of death. The customer? Sam Watts. The server's name is listed as Coyote. We're going to give this guy his coat and blanket. And hey, look, we got some karma. This work light is new. You can see that all the alley's normal lights have been ruined. Upon closer inspection, it seems that they've all imploded, as if some force shattered them all at the same time. Interesting. Amidst the shards of glass from the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass, which looks like the bottom of a test tube. There are 2 distinct sets of footprints, a human's ending at the chocolate outline, and a larger set, possibly orc or troll, and I missed the rest of it. You guys can read that. You can pause. I can't. Hi, William. You cold? Hey there, young'un. I think this coat and these blankets belong to you. My stuff! Mighty decent of you. Don't see that kind of thing around here too often. Well, there you go, old man. So, we've got 4 karma points to spend. Fantastic. Let's do something. So let's go down to intelligence. I think we might put this into decking, although it is tempting to put it into ESP control. Very tempting. Either way, we're not really going to have enough to do anything more. Yeah. So, I don't know. It could be good just to put it into intelligence, just to have it there. Yeah, I think that makes sense because we only need 2 points for ESP control and we only need 3 points for decking. And I don't think it's going to be that hard to get, but getting 4 points all at once is going to be tough. So this is kind of a long-term investment, but I think it's going to be well worth it. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. It also reduces the chance to be hit by enemy programs in the Matrix. So, we are getting a benefit right now. We'll confirm that. And we're going to save. Awesome. So at this point, all we have to do is go to the Seamstress Union and find Coyote. Now, that drug addict did tell us that there's something near Seamstress's Union, so we've got to be careful. I think that might be an optional boss, but I don't know. Also, that looks dangerous. Alright. Well, let's go on in. Yes, we would like to proceed. The Seamstress's Union. Relative to the rest of the barons, Touristville is a neon-clothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstress's Union. Housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of Illegal and Opportunity, bums huddle together, gangers strut the street, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out on the gutters adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps to themselves. Oh, look at that. Right away. 2 karma. We're going to go ahead and spend that. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and put it into ESP control. Awesome. So, that's already paying off. We've got 4 intelligence now, and next we can get some more points into either shotguns or decking. Either one I think would be a good option. So let's get to know the people around here. Cherry Bomb, which is not a stripper's name. Definitely not. The bartender is a striking elf sporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonize Save Me and Take Me in equal measure, hitting just the right notes for the maximum attraction of tips. She looks at you, sees another elf, and smiles big. Hey there. I haven't seen you here before. What can I get you? Yeah, we'll just get straight to the point. I found a bar tab with Coyote's name on it. She here? She looks worried. No, I think she's away on business. Business, huh? Is she a shaman? With a name like Coyote? She laughs. No, she shot a coyote once, thinking it was a shaman who double-crossed her. We've been calling her Coyote ever since. Her face falls. She's been missing since yesterday. Some people think the Ripper got her, but I know her. Coyote can take care of herself. She starts to turn away, when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a convert tugs at her arm, hard. It's clear the two have a history. They try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. This man's name is Shane. Cherry, you have to listen to me. If you stick around here, you could end up dead, or worse. The Ripper is out there, and he's real. That last killing happened just down the block, and now Coyote's missing. They'll probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think. I think plenty, Shane. I'm not a stripper or anything. I'm getting a PhD from the UW in neuroprosthetics studying Germans. And how am I paying for it? Bartending. Tips. There are faster ways for a Baron's girl to earn that kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. Like stripping. So what do you want from me? I want what you want. A better life. A better world for everyone. The Universal Brotherhood can give you that. I've heard this all before. This isn't some trick to get us back together. Things are different now. I'm different now. The Brotherhood. Cherry Bomb's pretty face is hard, armored in lipstick, and low expectations. The Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types, who can afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. This isn't about money. It's about binding the world together in brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I heard Lynn Telestrician gave a talk last night called The New Family of the Sixth World. I've got a family right here, Shane. They're drunks and lowlifes and whores, and I'd choose them over any of your brotherhood members. Now, Buzz, I need to get back to work. With body language that leaves no question that the conversation is over, Cherry Bomb turns her back on him. Sorry I got interrupted. Boyfriend find religion? Your pretty eyes narrow. Something like that. You've got a look that says you're not just here for the entertainment. Are you a badge? Do I look like a cop? She flutters her eyelashes. No, baby. You look like someone who knows the shadows. We're trained to spot a bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with? I have a few questions. Ask away. Ever hear of the name Sam Watts? She nods. Sam was a regular customer and a regular pain in the ass for as long as I've been here. Talked a big game, but he was always broke. As soon as he got any money in his pocket, it went straight to his head. Chips, drugs, or booze. Coyote had a soft spot for him, though. Did you see Sam on the night he died? No, that was Coyote's shift. Who runs this place? I want to talk to him. That'd be Mrs. Kubota. She's in the back room. You can't miss her. Whiz. Nil sweat. Talk to you later. So let's walk over here and talk to this guy. Eric Mersman. Hey, lady. I got some extra outfits I'm trying to unload. You want first dibs? Yeah? I'll take a look. Alright, so we found the armor vendor, and we have some cash to spend. Now, high armor and high HP is good. I'm just not sure we can equip it. Yeah. Like, this looks amazing, but I'm curious what these other things do. So it looks like some of these will grant stats. This one gives +1 dodge, +1 intelligence. So it actually might be worth going for something else, although this I don't think would be bad. The black hat. I might get that. I like hats. Yeah, I'm not sure. Real quick, I want to see how many armor slots do we have. Okay, so we've only got room for one. So there's not like a body slot, head slot, anything like that. We've got room for one outfit. So we have to choose. So I am not going for the tourist look. Even though it gives +1 intelligence, I mean, seriously, not going for that. So the real question is, are we going to go for the black hat or alley punk? As much as I like this, as much as I like the armor and the extra HP, I think I'd like that intelligence, and plus it just fits our character a little more, I think. So we will put that over there. Confirm. And then put that into our outfit. Awesome. Interesting. I like the little glove thing there. Very interesting. We might change that later. I'm not sure how I feel about it actually now that I'm seeing it on our character. Alright, let's save real quick. Okay. So moving on. Making our way to the back. Looking for the owner. Hello. Jin Parks. Who has a perpetual bubblegum bubble. The Asian woman's expression reads open for business, but her demeanor reads dealer rather than companion. She has a jack on her neck, a gun on her hip, and a chip on her shoulder. She eyes you with a sneer. You look like you could use some firepower. Something simple. I got guns so smart they practically fire themselves. You looking for tech? Got some of that too, if that's the way you roll. Show me what you got. So we've already got the street sweeper. Doesn't look like there's anything else to really upgrade to right now. We could get a baseball bat or a machete. I don't think that would be bad to have just kind of as a backup. We might just grab the machete. So let's just put it in our cart for now. So here's where we can get drones and grenades. Medkits as well, and drone repair kits. Doesn't look like we have access to any new decks. So we will... yeah, we'll just get the machete. So it looks like you can only hold 2 weapons. And I am not putting a machete in for a shotgun or a deck. So we'll just hold on to this. We'll use it eventually. If not for us, then for someone else. So confirm. Awesome. And, you know, we found some vendors. We know where to get some equipment. And we will be getting extra party members throughout the game. So we can buy some stuff for them as well. And we're sitting on a pretty good load of cash right now. All right, let's talk to this guy. Mr. Clue? Mr. Clue. Posted at the doorway to the VIP section is a tower of troll muscle wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. Whether the product of good genes or expensive aftermarket cosmetic work, the troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face, and his polished tusk and goatee accentuate the set of a lantern jaw. Welcome. Please behave yourself. Will do. You get in trouble here often? Nothing a stern look can't usually solve. You have business here? I was a friend of Sam Watts. Know him? Sure. Everyone here knows Sam. Shame to lose a part of the family. There's a sharpness in Clue's eyes, the look of a man who has seen much and earned wisdom at a young age. I figure Sam was the type who needed to be thrown out on occasion. Encouraged to call it a night, I'd say. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. Usually? What about the night he died? He was a bit agitated. Didn't catch the specifics. Might have been over a woman. Thought I was going to have to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the working girls upstairs. Jake helped Sam out instead. I appreciate you talking with me. Happy to help. So we got some information about Sam that night. More people to talk to. Johnny Clean. The man is dressed like a janitor, but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rail thin, and has a cunning look in his eye that says he's more than just a maintenance man. Howdy. Name's Johnny Clee. You new? I am. I imagine you've seen all sorts of things in a place like this, eh? True. Quite true. And I keep my mouth shut about it, too. That's the secret to keeping a job here, and staying alive in general. Gotta work. See you around. You'll see what he's used for a little later. Noog. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully aware of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. Mutter. I told you. It's not like that at all. Mutter. Bring me proof and you shall have it. Mutter. I am honored, your majesty. Mutter. That was why I said to use mustard instead of catsup. Mutter. Forgive me, Jean. I was a fool. Mutter. He looks you in the eye, his other conversations on hold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. Oh, okay. This is where we buy spells. Spirit summoning, chi casting, all that good stuff. Doesn't look like there's really anything here that we can use, but some party members could use it eventually. So again, nice to know he's there. And here she is, Mrs. Kubota. The click detection in this just, really gets on my nerves. Mrs. Kubota watches you cross the room, sizing you up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see that she's of mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanor says, "This is my house. Mess with it at your peril." But her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Konbanwa. Good evening. My, but aren't you the pretty elf? Are you enjoying the seamstresses' union? There should be plenty for a woman like you to enjoy. She eyes you closely. Where's this business? Business? I suspected as much when you walked in, Ome. What business do you have with me? I'm looking for information. She eyes you suspiciously. Of course you are. Knowledge is power, ne? So I've been told. Soka. And why should I help you? Sam Watts. I'm looking for his killer. Her face brightens, amused. Ah, so you are the little insurance policy he would go on about when he was drunk. His avenging angel who would strike back for him from beyond the grave. What do you want to know? Did you see Sam on the night of his death? He was here, quite inebriated, as he often was. Coyote was working bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Clue, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested that Jake escort Sam out the back door to the alley. That was the last I saw of either of them. How well did you know Sam? I knew him. We all did. Sam was a regular here. Whenever he could beg or borrow enough nuyen to become altered in some way, drugs, chips, alcohol, it didn't matter to Sam. As long as he was bent, he was always looking for his next fix. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him, except Coyote. Why is this place called the Seamstresses' Union? During the gold rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted as high a number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many, to the rolls. However, given the times, they could not list the girls' true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it the Seamstresses' Union, so potential workers would know that they would be treated fairly there, and thus a rich tradition was born. So you're a former seamstress? No. Perhaps when we know each other more, I will reveal more about myself. For now, enjoy the union. One more question. Can you tell me where to find Coyote? Her face darkens. Would that I could. I have not seen her in 2 days. She's a smart woman, and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. If she's smart, why fear for her? Because she is in a dangerous line of work, and there is always someone smarter, more prepared. Her room is upstairs. If you are looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she's missed 2 shifts now, and cannot be reached on her comm. It is unlike her. If something has happened, I will not have inaction on my conscience. Here's the key. Okay. So we've been given access to her room, the next lead, as we investigate Sam Watts' murder. I think this is a great place for the cut. So we've accomplished quite a bit in this episode. We leveled up a little bit. We got some information. We got some new gear. We've got a new lead. So we will continue the investigation next time. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time, folks.